20 years ago, my wife and I researched the best schools, the best communities, and Brookwood was definitely the place to be. Nothing has changed 20 years later. Tops in academics, tops in athletics. But one of the things that you can't see from the outside is what they do for your children. And we have 5 children that have come through Brookwood schools at every level, elementary, middle school, and high school, at every level academically, with special education, regular education, gifted education, accelerated classes, AP classes, and general education. So we have been just blessed at every step with the way our children were treated, with the way they were treated as if they were their own children. They were pushed with the right amount of rigor, but loved along the way so that they could reach their very highest levels.
What makes Brookwood so special is our spirit. Like, Brookwood is bigger than itself. Like, when you hear the name Brookwood, it just rings alarms and bells because people know that we're very community driven, whether that's doing community services for different like organizations. Because I've been to other schools and like, whoa, your school does so much, not just for your school, but for your community around it. And I think that's why I just love Brookwood so much.
Cluster-wide events just show how tight we are as a family in the Brookwood cluster, and I love being at Brookwood Elementary where we are in it and we are really contributing a lot to the Amanda Riley Foundation with doing a whipped challenge, with participating in Relay for Life and working together as a cluster or competing against each other as a cluster, because we're very competitive here in the Brookwood cluster.
One thing I think that brings our Brookwood community together, especially in the cluster, is the entrepreneurship program that we have vertically at the elementary level, at the middle school level, and at the high school level. Especially at elementary, we actually have, at Brookwood Elementary, we have an entrepreneurship program K through 5. So as they go to art and PE for specials, they also come to entrepreneurship.
I'm a 4th grader in Gwin Elementary, and I'm in Environmental Club where we talk about the environment and help the environment in different ways. While my brother, he is more a PE guy. He's more sports than me. I rather care about the environment, the outside, the school.
Probably my favorite thing in elementary school would be science class because we have a lot of fun strategies. And we use like read, watch, discuss, and my teacher, Dr. D, makes different strategies and videos and homework to make school a lot more fun.
Right now I'm a peer leader and I'm in Beta Club, and I plan to do that in high school.
My sister decided to join orchestra and she enjoyed it. She told me to, but I decided not to. I wanted to join chorus.
From another county, but now I'm here at Gwinnett, and the Brookwood cluster has so many opportunities. From I was able to participate in reflections, so I was able to write my own song, and also clubs like Science Olympiad, which incorporate many of the things that I will be able to learn in high school. And when I go off to Brookwood, I know that will be prepared and I will do my very best, and when I go off to college, I know I'll do even greater.
I think the thing that I take away from the Brookwood community the most is the connection piece. I think it started from when I went to Five Forks and went to Brookwood, and it carries through seeing the teachers, seeing the coaches. But now that I'm in that position and I see the kids at Five Forks and they know that I care about them, they know that we're all here. But then it's really neat being able to go to Brookwood in the afternoons at football games, at the pep rallies, and see them. And it'll be years between seeing some of the kids and being able to connect back to them and asking how they are, how their grades are, what their plans are. So I think the connection piece in the Brookwood community is probably my favorite thing about the community as a whole.
When I speak to friends at other schools, they are absolutely envious of the collaboration that goes on in the Brookwood cluster. Even aligned vertically, at other elementary schools, we talk about it, we compare notes, and we each want to hold each other up and learn from each other.
I taught briefly in another cluster, but as soon as I could, I came back to teach at Five Forks and now be an administrator at Cruz. And I couldn't say anything other than this is my home. I bought a home in this area. I hope that my child can also go to these same schools, because when we see that tradition of excellence above the big award cases in the Brookwood Commons, that is really what Brookwood is.
Student at Brookwood from 1988 to 1992. I was at the time very involved in athletics, ran cross country, and was an involved student in SGA and several other clubs that were Brookwood oriented. Came back 4 years later as a teacher, have remained an involved teacher since 1996, the year I began, and now I am an involved parent. Both of my children are students here. I have a junior and a freshman, and Brookwood's essence is that it's about family.
In 2005, my firstborn son, or my first son, was born. He was born with a congenital heart condition called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So he was basically born with half a heart. In that school year, I missed so much time in school, but Brookwood as a community and school wrapped their arms around me and my family in a way that went so far above my expectations.
Here is that parents are really committed and they're really interested, and they really want to contribute. You know, it's a really a great school to partner with parents, I think, to get the best out of kids. You know, they really want to, be a part of it, and they want to stay connected, and they want to know what's happening, and they expect, very good things. And so I would say it's actually one of my favorite parts about teaching here.
One of the things that I like that we do with Brookwood High School is we have the peer leader program, and they'll match students up with a different classroom. So if the Brookwood student wants to come to kindergarten or whatever grade, they come in a couple times a week, and they either read with children, they work on writing or math, and they just develop a relationship with our students. They're very happy to see them. The students receive feedback from us as teachers. Some of them want to be teachers when they grow up and finish their college career, and some just enjoy being in the classroom with the students and watching us teach the littles. In fact, today was our peer leaders' last day, and we showered them with love, and they just hug, and everyone's so happy to have had the experience with them. So it's a really neat little program that we have together.
When you walk into this school, you can feel the sense of family, you can see the sense of excellence, and the idea that we are headed somewhere.
If I had a word to describe the Brookwood cluster, it would simply be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I couldn't imagine myself anywhere else.